Meetings being live streamed. Let's get started. Hey, listen, everybody, I want to welcome you to this business opportunity overview for David Allen Capital. My name is David Rutz. I'm really excited to be here with you tonight. I'm the founder of David Allen Capital. My middle name happens to be Allen, thus the name. But this company is not about me. This company is about you. When I started this company, it was with a passion to help people start their own business, entrepreneurs to start their own business, and to be able to have a system that they could latch on to and win with. We've helped hundreds of thousands of people start their own business over the last 30 years. And so David Allen Capital is just a continuation of that success. And we want to help you have your own side business or full-time business, if that's what you're looking for. You're going to learn about that tonight. We're going to go through it as quick as we can, but yet as complete as we can, so that you can make a decision whether or not being part of D.A.C. is something you might be interested in. You know, someone asked you to come take a look at this so that you can decide and you can learn more. And that's the purpose of this. This is a live presentation. What is it? May 2nd, 2023, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're doing this live, and we're glad to have you here. We are on a mission to help people have their own business, but doing so by providing services that are second to none in the marketplace. We think we can give you a world-class home-based business if we have world-class services that you can go out and market at a great value, that you can help businesses save money on essential services they're already using, or get access to working capital funds and other financial services that they need to grow and fuel their businesses. And you can succeed with it. You don't have to have experience. We assume, in fact, that you're coming aboard here and you don't have experience in our industry. So we provide all the training. You're going to find there's no investment required to get started with us. You literally can get started tonight. You never have to pull out a credit card. You're going to be given your websites, your replicated websites for free, training for free. You could literally onboard and start earning money tomorrow with our business. We're excited about that. We're proud of that. We don't charge annual renewal fees or startup fees. So you're going to love what you see. Possibly, you're not going to find holes in our business model. You may just not be interested in being a business owner right now, or interested in marketing the services we market, but you can be the judge of that. So let me get some slides showing up here so that you can see some of the stuff we're going over. Bear with me 1 minute while we get this open. Okay, let me make sure I'm on the first slide. All right, your future made possible with David Allen Capital, pathway to a successful home-based business agency. I'm going to go through these pretty quick. I've already mentioned most of this. We're actually in the United States and Canada. That image only shows the US. We're going to position you to solve some major needs in the marketplace, starting with working capital, because 8 out of 10 business owners cannot get approved for funding. We provide multiple funding channels. We even provide things called ERTCs. You've probably heard on the radio, get up to $26,000 today per employee. We actually offer that service without charging the customer anything upfront to determine their eligibility. It's spectacular. We're going to give you your own replicated websites. We have experts behind the scenes. After you simply refer clients to your websites, behind the scenes, our experts who've been in our industries for decades take care of your customers for you. There's immediate full-time income available, and yet you can also make significant residual income marketing other services. We call that recurring revenue income. So you can start and make some big, heavy money now, and you can also build up long-term residual streams of income, which we like most. There's nothing like waking up in the month of June of next year and already know you've got so many thousands of dollars coming in off work you've done for the last 12 months. That's pretty neat, but yet can have some big upfront money too. We've got that available. Literally, there's people who can start today, and today's being Tuesday, they can produce on Wednesday and get a check on Thursday just by helping a client. It happens that quick. It can happen that quick. It doesn't always. Again, we provide all your training. There's no license required to be in our business. There you can start part-time, working from where you want, when you want. home-based, if you want it to be home-based, or there's people who live in conversion vans and drive all over the country, right? We have people living in other countries right now, expatriates who are residents here in the US, but are living in other continents right now, building our business and earning commissions. There's no fees to start, as we mentioned. So about D.A.C, real quick, we're a 7-year-old company, almost 8. My name is David Rutz. I happen to be the founder. I already mentioned I started this with a passion to help the front line of capitalism, those business owners, including you and the business owners out there who need working capital to grow and fuel their business, right? We want to help them. So we've already helped thousands of business owners to get funding with us. And we've got now ERTCs and payment processing and other things as well you're going to learn about. You can expand nationwide. You can market services in any state and or you can live in Canada, market most of our services in Canada as well. And now we have services beyond just funding. So real quickly, your agency, how will you be positioned? Now, there's a lot of services. This is what I want you to take from this. As we've expanded, we've gotten real good services in many markets, but there's a lot of services. So I would say pick your passion. Our number one passion is right there at the top of your screen: small business funding and lines of credit, commercial backed financing, and equipment financing. That's the key of our business, mainly the one in the center there, revenue-based capital. But we also have employee tax credits, as we already mentioned, that up to $26K today, payment processing, and even something called pay any day advances that we offer employers to give their employees, and the employer is not at risk at all, and you can earn residual on that. We also have healthcare and consumer services. So these are our offerings right now. We have other services coming in the future. We've signed a contract with Zoom to market Zoom Phone, which I'm using every day now. We saved about $3,000 a year by moving our office phone over to Zoom Phone with our Zoom broadcast that you're all seeing. And there's so many other things on Zoom. We've signed a contract with them. We've got contracts with other consumer services and business services, including travel and many other neat things that are coming down the road. But what you see on the screen here is where our bread and butter is made right here. So let's talk about business funding first. When the big banks can't help, we can. That's our market. Do you know that right now about 80% of the businesses out there cannot get approved for funding? So what do? What do they do if they're part of that means they don't have collateral to put up, because banks require you have collateral, or they need money quicker than the bank's going to give them the money. Well, this is what we believe. We believe the front line of capitalism. We think they're rock stars. All right. We know they have good ideas, but they need money to implement those ideas. And we know their funding options are limited to their friends and family, or if they've got collateral, then they can go to the bank. Most don't. So there's something called revenue-based business funding. We are helping to lead the revolution of this revenue-based business funding. Again, we've helped thousands of clients already. This is proven. And what it is it's the best source of funding for most businesses. They don't have to give up collateral. They don't have to give up any stock. They don't have to have good credit. What they have to have is existing revenue. And generally, we can get them 1 to 2 times whatever they're doing in monthly revenue. If someone's doing $10,000 a month in revenue, we can usually get them 10 to 20. If they're doing 100, we can get them 100 to 200, and you get paid for referring them. D.A.C, we represent all the best sources of revenue-based capital. Dozens of providers. What happens, we have a one-stop best offer things. You refer somebody to your website, they fill out a quick form, we find them the best offer, and our app sequence is the simplest. We're not pulling a bunch of credit reports. We pull one soft credit score. That's it. It doesn't even affect their credit, and we go find them the best offer same day. Many times same day funds, or next day we're giving them an offer and they're getting funded. Matt DeHame, one of our agents today, helped someone get $85,000 today who just got money with us a couple months ago. Renewals, we also do renewals, meaning not only just one funding, but more. This is what your website looks like. We give you a site like this for free. Your client goes and fills out this simple online form. Our partners, Bank Breezy, tell them, if we can't get you your best offer, we'll give you a $500 Visa card. That's fabulous. So they stand behind the best pricing available. You just simply offer this. Now, we are a cure for this working capital disease. You simply refer that business who needs capital to your website. They fill out a quick online form. That online form then finds them the best offer. They have their funds next day, and you get paid. We share 40%, minimum 40% of the revenue with you. 40% of our revenue. You can get up to 80 actually. But on a $50,000 funding, as an example, your minimum would be $2,000 that you earn. You help someone get 50,000, 2,000 is coming to you tomorrow. That could be full-time income. Again, banks are great for 20% of the businesses out there. We got the answer for the other 80%. Our approval rate now is over 80% of those who apply with us get approved. And just about 70 to 80% take that offer and actually take the funding. That is significant. All right. So you've got the answer. That's our business funding. That's what we started on. And that's our bread and butter. That's what we think you should focus on because it pays now and it helps business owners now. Remember, you're helping to fuel those business owners. But we have something else. This is good for another year and a half or so. It's called ERTCs, Employee Retention Tax Credits. But wait a minute. Can you see how that business funding that I talked about a moment ago can help? You know, I've got friends who own businesses. One owns a donut restaurant I can think of. In his business, he was small at the time. He was doing, it was actually an ice cream shop, and he was doing about $10,000 a month, and we were able to get him $15,000. And he took that $15,000 and he invested into some machines so he could buy other things besides just ice cream. He could make slushies, and then his sales grew. So then he was able to get $25,000, and from that $25,000, he bought some smoothie makers and some coffee machines, and he grew his sales more. And then he was able to get 45,000 from us. And that 45,000, he bought a second location. And from that 40,000, he was able to grow his sales to 100 grand. And then he could get $80,000 from us. And then he went forward and bought all kinds of new equipment so that his donut shop wasn't just donuts, it was sandwiches. And you see how they do this? And he didn't have to give up a dime of equity to our providers or collateral. That's how our revenue-based funding is spectacular. And you can get paid every time that you help someone. ERTCs, this is not a loan. This is a credit back from the IRS for payroll taxes already paid. See, there's a lot of employers who kept their employees on the payroll. They kept them on W-2 payroll during the pandemic. They didn't put them on unemployment for all of us to pay for. They grinned and bared it. Well, the IRS say, you know, we should probably give them some of their payroll taxes back. We should give them some credit back for doing the right thing. So they can get up to $26,000 per employee if they suffered any issue during the downturn, during the pandemic. If they had a downturn in sales or had to pivot and compromise in other ways because of government orders, they can get up to 26 grand per employee, even if they got a PPP loan, and you get paid. Now, there's CPAs. It's a very complex code. There's licensed CPAs who are responsible for what they say and licensed tax attorneys. And what happens is we've contracted with them. You simply refer a client. Our expert teams then determine their eligibility and don't charge them anything up front for it. They charge them a percentage of their credit on the back end only after they got the money back. So it's not contingency, but it's contingent on them getting paid, right? If they don't get that credit, they don't have to pay anything. So if they go through and do this and they say, hey, you're not eligible for anything, cost them nothing. So every business owner out there who has W-2 employees and kept them on the payroll during the pandemic should apply for this. You simply refer them to your website and you earn 40% revenue sharing, as I said. So you would earn about 4% of the credit. Do you realize that if someone had 10 employees, just 10, and then let's say they didn't get a full credit, they only got $15,000 an employee, they'd get $150,000 back to them. Are they excited? You bet they are. It's a credit coming back to them. They don't have to repay that. And you'd make about $6,000 for simply referring them. Now, it takes time for these to come in. You got to wait till the tax credits are given back. But hey, it's collected. It's income on the come. Merchant processing. You've probably heard of payment processing. This is another thing. The payment processing right now is so expensive for business owners. You simply refer them to your website. You make 20 to 50% revenue share each month. You start at 20, but the more clients you have, you get it up to that 50% rev share every single month. We eliminate up to 95% of the customer's fees. They get access to their funds faster. Everything they need is in one kit. And you simply, again, refer them. And we got a $250 meet or beat pricing guarantee as well. All the coolest equipment. How about healthcare? For individuals and employers, you can refer them. It's not health insurance, it's a healthcare. And you simply refer them to your website. Experts take over talking to them, giving them a quote. You earn 20 to 50% revenue share each month. Then we've got something called Employer Pay Any Day Advance. This is unbelievable. We partnered with a digital online bank who, as long as the employer direct deposits all the employees' paychecks into this online bank. The online bank will offer what's called pay any day advances up to 50% of their paycheck at no interest. They pay a $2.95 ATM fee. That's it for that transit. So if someone's got $2,000 paycheck coming on the 15th and today's the 2nd, I can't wait till the 15th. They could take $750 today. It'd be boom in their account today. And they don't have to pay $2.95. And then on the 15th, when they get paid, they would just replenish the $750 they took out, and it's free, a free advance. Well, $2.95. The employer's not at risk, and the employee doesn't have to pay anything for this. This is spectacular. You simply refer the employer and you get paid residually on all those bank accounts every single month. We also have consumer services. Right now, it's primarily ID theft protection and credit monitoring and credit insurance, or I should say identity theft insurance. We've got the best value out there. If you've heard of LifeLock, you know there's a reason for it. It's the #1 crime in North America today, and you can help protect yourself and others for pennies. And we got a plan that's only $10 a month, in fact, up to $1 million in coverage. To get $1 million in coverage with other companies, usually you're at $20 plus per month. So, I mean, it's not a big money maker for us, but it's a great service we have. It can be, because of mass volumes, it can be significant money maker. All right. You earn 20 to 50%. Again, the summary of all the services, pick your passion. You can see all the services we have. One day we'll have a consumer service page that's got many consumer services. Right now, it's just identity theft protection and credit monitoring, but we're bolstering that up because we know a lot of people love to play in the consumer space. Other people want to play in the business to business space, and that's fine. So right now, you already know whether a side gig, a side hustle, a full-time gig, a full-time hustle, whether D.A.C. agency could be for you. Again, there's no investment required. It's part-time start, but yet full-time income potential. You work when you want, from where you want. We're not your bosses. We'll provide your training that you need. We'll give you your replicated website. We'll give you digital assets that you can share. We'll give you training on what's worked, what's not worked. We've helped thousands of clients get funding. Our internal experts who take care of your healthcare, your payment processing, your funding, your ERTCs, all your candidates, all your clients are going to be taken care of by an expert in-house. You simply refer them, and you get paid as if you're doing all the work. All right. Now, yeah, we understand the value of you bringing and referring a client. So you can get on fundings from 40 to 80% revenue share, on ERCs, 40% revenue sharing, and on all the residuals, 20 to 50% revenue share. That's the agency compensation that you should know. But we don't stop there. We don't stop at saying you can get great personal bonuses and great personal residuals in your own agencies. We have something called If You Want To. We've expanded. We're recruiting agents every single day, literally hundreds of agents a month. We are growing very fast. We need millions of agents in North America and throughout the world to monopolize our marketplace. That's what we need. Home base. We want to be the largest business capital provider in North America and then the world. We're on a mission. And then payment processing. And when you think business funding, we want you to think D.A.C. Right now, who do you think of? There isn't a big business funder yet. That's why we got a vacuum that we're filling, and you can help us fill it. So our agency expansion comes down to, we're going to incent the heck out of you to build a team if you want. You never have to. You already saw a great agency opportunity that you can make significant money simply by referring our services. But if you want to build a team, we've got the best team building comp plan and system out there. We're not charging any fees for anyone to join. We're not having them buy things every month to qualify for something. We're not making them pay renewal fees. We're not making them pay for expensive websites. We're not making them pay for trainings. We're not telling them they got to travel to this Grand Poobah's event next week to figure out how to succeed in the business. We're telling them how to succeed for free. We don't mind making a dime every time you make a dollar, but I don't want to make a dollar on you before you've made a dime. We're excited that you want to come involved and market our services. We're excited you want to be part of the family. We're just asking you, operate with integrity, follow our training, duplicate our success, and we'll put you in position to make all the money you want to make. And by the way, if you want to refer that same opportunity to someone else, we'll give you a percentage of their income for life. For life. We're not encouraging you to go refer others so that you can earn. So back to our upfront bonuses, we already talked about these. You can make 40% bonus revenue, up to 80% on business funding. I've already given you some examples of these. In fact, we could probably eliminate this slide altogether, right? Here's some examples. You do a $500,000 in funding this month, you make 20 grand. 80,000 in funding this month, you make 3,200. What if it's annually? ERTCs, you make 40% of the rev share, which is about 4% of the credit. Someone goes out and gets a $50,000 credit, you're going to make 2 grand. Someone gets a credit of 250,000. Maybe they got 25 employees at 10,000 each. You make 10 grand. Now that takes a little time to release. Back to what I was saying before, our philosophy for expansion is give you a great opportunity, great services, great compensation, great support, great training, and then pay you to refer that to others. It's called enroller matching bonuses. You know, this shows you referring someone anywhere in the country just to show you can. But heck, what about in your backyard? How about monopolizing your marketplace? How about in my town? The bankers down here are great. They love us. We're not competing with the bankers. We're helping the ones they can't approve. The ones they can approve, we send to them. We say, hey, if you can get approved at your bank, you should. They're going to give you longer terms, better pricing. Yeah, you have got to put up your house as collateral. If you don't pay it, they're taking your house. With us, we don't have to put up collateral, but you're going to pay more. It's a higher risk. You can't get approved at the bank. We got your back. You should go there. The banks love that conversation. So do we. So monopolize your marketplace right in your backyard. Why not build a team of 10 or 15 super go-getter, independent side hustle agents? When you do, you get paid. You can earn 10 to 50% of their personal bonuses. You heard that right. See, we believe we'll give you a significant agency network opportunity, and it will build the biggest agency network in the world by delivering. Okay. So let's just say you referred these agencies, and this is me. I'm up there in Minnesota and I made 20 grand this year. That's all, just 20 grand. And what about the person up in Colorado made 70? I guess that's Montana. Person in Tallahassee or somewhere down there, Louisiana, made 30 grand. Wow. Look at the person in Atlanta made 180. Okay. Well, there's me in Austin, Texas. I made zero. All right. Not everyone's going to make money. In fact, many won't, but they didn't lose anything either. It's free, right? So you refer all these people, and let's say you referred 100, and these are the only ones who made any money. It's free. How many can you refer for free? Heck, just in your backyard. Heck, if I was still in college, man, me and several of my buddies started businesses when we were in college. I'd jump all over this in a second, right? And so would you. It's free. I mean, I don't have to spend any of my Taco Bell money to start my business or my book money. I can start a business for free. Are you kidding me? I can still afford my textbooks and my business. That's pretty darn cool. And you refer all the 100 people, and these are the only ones who made any money. Let's just say you made 25% of what they earn, not the 50, the max, not the 10, the minimum. You're at the middle, 25%, which if you had a team like this, I'm sure you'd be at this as a minimum. It just means you're qualified every month with some revenue, but you're making 25% of whatever they make. Yeah. Do that. What about, let's look at that. You made 17 grand on that person. That person there, you made 5,000. On that person in Oregon, you made 7,500. Right? Person in Colorado, 35 grand. Person in LA, 3 grand. Person in Atlanta, holy cow, 45 grand. This is what you earn. How many good, strong people do you want? Now, building a team, leadership for a team, if you got the teacher's mentality, or if you're a coach mentality, or if you just love helping others mentality, you refer them to this business. We're helping clients. We're helping them earn great money for helping clients, and you can earn a percentage of what they make. It doesn't come from their pay. These are bonuses we pay you to help them earn more. What if you're at 50% instead of 25? I'll tell you at the very end how you can always stay at 50. Then we have something called leadership overrides. You can actually, on your team is you refer 10 people who are personally enrolled. Those are the ones you make, 10 to 50% of whatever they make for life, not just once, for life. And now that's your personally enrolled agents. They may want to take advantage of the same opportunity. If you refer me, I can promise you, I'm going to refer 20, 30, 50, 100 people to this business this year, probably this month, right? You refer me, anyone I refer is also in your team. You can get positioned to earn from 10 to 50% of all of their pay in overrides. We call them leadership overrides. Residual income, same thing. You can earn great residual income on your own personal clients, 20 to 50% of whatever we earn on it. All right. And it's month over month over month for the life of the customer. All right. And then residual overrides on your team, not just the people you personally enroll, but also their teams. You can earn up to 30% of all of their incomes combined. If I'm somewhere in your team and I made $500 this month, you make about 15. If I'm somewhere in your team and I made 5,000 this month, you make about 1,500. If I'm somewhere in your team and I make 50 grand this year residually, well, you're going to make about 15 grand this year residually on me. You don't need 100 superstars to do well. You need 5 or 10 who are getting after it and taking care of clients, and you do it. You don't need 20,000 people all on auto ship. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that model. It's a great model. Most people just can't succeed at it. So how about having 200 people who are rocking and rolling and you making more money than the people that have 20,000 people on auto ship? You know what I'm talking about if you understood that lingo. And then you have overrides on your teams as well. It's significant. Then we have perks. We have car allowances, expense allowances, company ride revenue sharing. If you reach our top performance ranks, you can share in all the revenue of our entire company, not just your teams. And then we also have company equity, top earned ranks in our company. You can't buy it. You cannot buy your way. If you earn top ranks, we've got a certain amount of this company set aside for people who earn those ranks and retain those ranks to actually have equity in this company. Your business is willable, sellable, buyable. You can actually take your business. It's not buyable from us, but if you have a business and it's making $20,000 a month residually, you want to sell it, you get to. You're not an employee of ours. Okay, so your business is willable. Something happens to you, God forbid, your business continues. It goes from your name to whoever's in your will, your spouse, whoever. We have training. You know what? Our whole idea is this. If you buy a McDonald's, you don't have to know how to make a burger. Heck, you could probably make a burger better than McDonald's, but it doesn't matter. They sell more and they're going to teach you a system to win. We have a simple system as well. We teach you the right way of getting customers. We teach you the right way of building teams. We teach you the right way of referring customers to take care of people. It's a tool-based culture. We use video, cloud-based training a lot. Of course, local live trainings as well. We got an agent resource center. We got live weekly calls. We got team leadership who only earns when you earn. Show me another company out there where their team leaders only earn when you earn, not when you buy something, not when you refer others who buy something. There's nothing wrong with buying stuff. I buy stuff every day. But if your business is predicated on you helping 100 people buy something every month, that's internal consumption. Nothing wrong with it. But it falls like dominoes as soon as a few people say, I'm not earning enough to buy that product anymore. And then that next level says, well, I'm not earning enough now to buy that product anymore. Boom, 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 like dominoes. And sometimes the product's not a great value because, hey, people are just buying it to qualify. Our team leaders don't earn a dime until you earn $1. Well, really, they earn a quarter when you earn $1, right? But the point is, if you don't earn $1, what do they earn for helping you? Zero. Their motives are very pure. Their motives are super duper on par with your winning. So how do you feel about what we're doing? There's 3 types of people who look at this presentation. The first type's not interested. Well, they're probably already left. The second type is possibly interested. The third type is interested. Now, possibly interested, I would say this. You probably just don't like my style because everything makes so much sense. If you have any interest, it probably makes a lot of sense. Maybe you're just not a fan of my enthusiasm. All right, or whatever. I would just say this. Look beyond that if you can. Look for the merits of our business. We've been helping people start their own home-based business for a lot of years. Most of them never have success. That's not because, most people don't buy a Planet Fitness membership don't have success. It's not because Planet Fitness machines aren't any good, right? It's called human nature. And we don't lie about that. Human nature is what your biggest thing to overcome is not our pricing of our funding. It's not the free business. It's not the auto ships of other companies. Those are all things that can be hindrances. Yes. What makes difficult success in this business is you having the personal discipline to stick to a plan. That's it. That's really that simple. So if you look at this and say, you know what, if I ever said I was going to be a business owner, can anything get easier than giveaway funding? Literally, we just inform people that they need funding, or give away savings on merchant processing, or give away savings on healthcare, or get them working capital that they can't get at the bank. or get them the best value in identity theft protection and other services that are coming as well. And I can actually build a team here where I don't have to employ them. I don't have to have all the W-2 employees. I don't have to get insurance on all those people. I don't have to open an office. I don't have to put my name on a lease. I can have all the upsides of business ownership without any of that financial risk stuff that my spouse doesn't like, or I don't like, or that I've dug myself out of in the past. Wow, this is pretty darn cool. It's still going to take human nature, beating human nature, to stay focused and on fire for growth. So if you're interested, stick around. If you're possibly interested, stick around. I'm going to go through 4 steps of getting started. If you're not interested, thank the person who referred you out. Maybe try one of their services, support them in their business, refer them to someone else. But let's get started on getting started right. Number 1, start. It's free. Whoever referred you is going to give you their link. You're going to get an enrollment link when you join. You'll get credentials sent to you by email immediately. As soon as you join, you can already start referring our services and attending trainings tonight. We're not going to ask you for your credit card. All right. It's absolutely free. It's not free for 30 days. It's free. All right. We've never asked someone for a credit card. We market identity theft protection. That's the only thing we ask for credit cards for. We have never asked an agent for a credit card ever in 7 years. Not one time. Not for an event. Nothing. All right. So get started. It's truly, it's free. You're going to get a welcome letter. Okay. Read the welcome email. You know how many people don't even open their welcome email? Come on, man. If you're not going to open your welcome email, save us the time of sending it to you. Don't even join. We don't want people like that in our business. We're here to dominate the marketplace, to bring freedom to you and your family and other families, and service to our clients. Service, not untrained agents. Service to our clients who are trained, who understand our funding, who understand where we're best and where we're not, who should have our products and who shouldn't, and understand when they should be recommended and when they shouldn't, and can answer a question or two. You don't have to be an expert, but you at least have to be trained. Our welcome email is going to get you started. There's a lot of services. Go through the training on the one you want to lead with. If you need now money, funding is the one. It's the only one that pays money daily and immediately. Everything else is residual or takes time to generate, right? Like the ERTCs, big payout, but it's 7 months from now. Funding is payout tomorrow, right? Someone applies today, they're funded tomorrow, or the next day, you get paid the next day. So it's literally this week, you can start earning checks with a comma in it, right? The residual services are going to take time. Get them. There's nothing like having, you sign up a business. I've got a client, I just got a check the other day. It's over $300. I'll talk about someone else. $180 check went out today that I saw. That person's got that same $180+ every single month for the last 2 or 3 years for referring a client one time. What's 180 times 12? 1,800, $2,160 every year coming in for referring someone once. What if you just referred 1,000 clients like that? 100 clients like that at 1,000 a month? Or I think it's 2,160. I said $2,160 a year times 100. You'd be making 200,000 a year just by referring 100 clients like that. So residual is pretty darn cool. But if you don't get trained on the service, you really can't show a value in it. We want you to get trained enough to meet, greet, and inform others. That's all. Meet, greet, and inform them of this great savings or this great funding. And then if they fill out the form and go to the next step, the experts take over from there. But you got to know enough to share enough to get confidence in the person to fill out the form, of course. We'll teach you how. We have video and service trainings, and live service trainings all the time. Attend them. We have an agent resource center, a back office that you get access to list your team, etc. And we're growing that right now. Pretty soon it'll have live status updates on all your fundings. Very cool. And we have Monday and Friday live Zooms where you can come every single week. Then step 3 is get going. Launch your agency. So once you're trained, not before you're trained, once you're trained, all you do, you never sell. You're never selling. Where have you gone somewhere where they teach you don't sell? We don't sell. We share the value of a product. Now, it's not a twist on selling. We meet, greet, and we inform. Let me give you an example. Let's say you own a business and you don't need funding. And I come to you and say, hey, I just want to let you know that I'm now in business capital. You own a restaurant. You've owned a restaurant for years. Banks are great. They're great for many businesses, but they're not great for most. I just want you to know I'm in business funding now. If ever you have an opportunity you want to pursue, or you're in a tight pinch and you need some money quickly and the bank can't help, I just want you to know that's what I'm doing now. Most businesses Can't get approved at a bank? You probably can, but if you can't, I've got you. Or if you know others who can't, I got your back. I just want you to know, would it be okay if I send you some information? That's it. You're informing. You just inform them. If you're selling homes for a living, you don't go up and tell them, hey, you need to sell your home right now. Come on, man. What do you mean you don't want to sell? Let me pull out the Tommy Hopkins 4-step close on you on why you should sell your home today. No, you just inform people you're a real estate agent. And when they're ready to buy a home or sell a home, they know where to go. So as long as you inform your warm market, you let everyone you know of your new role. Show your role. I've never said that, but I like that. Show your role. All right. People, you let them know. So show your role to everyone you know, even the non-business owners, because they'll refer other business owners. You can text, you can email, you can go to phone, you can go to social posts. We'll teach you that how. And then you want to canvas as a customer. That means when you're eating somewhere, meet the owner. Meet, greet, and inform the owner. Get their card, write down, reach out to them. Hey, I had your soup the other day. Hey, welcome to town. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm in business funding. Or if they're brand new, I'm in merchant processing. We could probably save you a lot of money on your payment processing. We'll teach you what to say. And then monopolize your market. This is the key right here. If you want to win best, monopolize your local market. Now, Matt DeHane, the gentleman I mentioned before, he lives in South America. He's from Teaneck, New Jersey. His local market is somewhere that he focuses on over the phone and through social posts and through internet. He's focused on a certain social market, a local market, but he doesn't live there anymore. You don't have to focus on the market you live in, but tell you what, feet on the ground are a lot better than a voice on the phone. So if you can dominate your local market by saying, in my town, I'm going to start with one intersection, and I want to make sure every business owner in that intersection, when they think of business funding, they think of me and D.A.C. When they think of healthcare, they think of me and D.A.C. When they think of employee payday, pay any day advances, they think of me and D.A.C. So you start to build a relationship and you meet, greet, and inform. And then you recruit 5 or 6 other people. If you want to, which we recommend, you recruit 5 or 6 other people. You say, hey, let's canvas this town. Let's color it D.A.C. blue. Let's make sure everyone's thinking. And you know what? They're all in your team. And you're helping them earn money and you earn a piece of that. It's monopolizing your market. And step 4 is get yourself positioned. We call it being amped up. Amped up is actually a qualification in our pay plan. It's when you get your first funding over $6,000 in funding, you're amped up for 30 days. So get your first funding client to amp up your pay. What happens? Number 1, you go to 60% rev share instead of 40. So now you're making on average about 6% of a funding instead of 4%. Okay, for 30 days. But you also double what you earn on your personally enrolled agents. You match 50% of what they make. So if you enrolled me and I make $1,000 this week, you're making 500. If you enrolled Lisa and she makes $1,000 this week, you're making 500. If you enrolled Tom and Tom made $4,000 this week, you're making $2,000 on Tom. And if you made this person, they made 0, you make 0. And this person made 200, you make 100. If you're not amped up, you get half that. See the value being amped up? How do you get amped up? You get a business funding client over 6,000. How do you stay amped? Get another one within 30 days. How do you stay amped again? Get another one in 30 days. If you get a funded client while you're amped up, it's called double amped. You go from 60%, you go to 70% now. Triple amped is if you get another funded client while you're double amped. Now you're at 80% rev share. You're getting 80% or about 8% of the funding on business funding. And as long as you get a new client every 30 days after that, you stay at that 80%. Where else do you know of a company that's going to give you 80% of the rev share? We do. We do most of the work. You get most of the pay. You're doing the tough part. You're referring a client. We did the tough part, building out a funding platform. We've partnered with the #1 funding platform in North America called Bank Breezy. And you can refer that platform to others too. If you know any other businesses who want to market funding, you can refer them. They'll get a co-branded site and you get paid for referring them. Yeah. So does your upline. People in your team refer it, they get paid. It's called an upline, the people before you. Okay. And then get a game plan set up. Getting positioned is not only get yourself amped, but get through your game plan. Person who referred you, you want to sit down and, I've got people that are literally tracking me down that I personally enrolled to do the game plan. I love it. I love it because it shows their hunger. mean, we're busy. You're going to be busy. There's going to be times it's going to take you time to do a game plan with someone new. And it's going to take you time to do a game plan with your enroller, but do it. It's the best thing you can do. It's like getting a personal game plan with a personal trainer in a gym. It's one thing to have the machines and the workout program. It's another thing to have a person you're committing with. That's what a game plan can do. So those are your 4 steps of getting started. Get started tonight. It's free. Get with the person who enrolled you or who offered this opportunity. They'll give you your link, their link, so you can sign up. You'll get your link immediately from there. Get trained. Be coachable, get going, launch out loud, and get positioned, amped up with your first client, and get that game plan. Now it's 20 to 9. We've got a training starting at 9 o'clock, but I'm going to take a couple minutes of questions, and then we're going to take a break at 8:45. So 4 minutes. I'm going to do 4 minutes of. In fact, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to stop my share. I'm not going to take questions because we're going to the training. What I'm going to do is I'm going to allow if any of our agents are on here and you want to share, especially maybe a past agent of the month, if you are on and you want to just give a shout out or share of something from your opinion, from your perspective, I'd be glad to have you share a word or two. And if you don't, if no one wants to pipe in, that's totally understand, and we'll just move on. Then let me just bring us home then. I appreciate it. If anyone else does, I'll let you know. We got a training. We're going to end this meeting and we're going to come back at 9 o'clock Eastern. We're doing business training, business services training. We're going to go through all the services, the highlights of each service, and some keys on how to get customers in each. And then we're going to take questions. All right. And I'm really, really encouraging to be back. But let me just end by saying this. We are totally on fire right now with funding and with ERCs and with payment processing. We got one-step best offer in payment processing. We don't just have one processor. One processor can't serve every client. We don't just have one business funder. One business funder can't serve every client. All right. We don't just have one healthcare provider. One healthcare provider can't serve every client. So what we do is we say this: refer your client and let the experts help determine which the best processor or funder for them. Now, your role is going to be referring again. So if for whatever reason you say, I'm not sure I'm interested in referring good services, then you shouldn't be a business owner, right? Because business ownership is either referring a product or a service to people. And we've got great services. We didn't create these services. We teamed up with the best service. We didn't create Zoom. We've got an agreement with Zoom and we're marketing Zoom. You're going to have that name to market. And we just saved as our company $3,600 a year on phone service. That's crazy. We already had a great phone service. And it comes with the same Zoom we're in right now. And I can text through my Zoom. I can do all kinds of stuff. I can take my corporate calls right here on my phone and do my Zoom here. I could transfer you right now to my telephone from the Zoom. It's really cool. And there's all kinds of CRMs and other things you can do too. You'll have that soon. But if you don't want to refer funding, money, you don't want to refer savings on payment processing, you don't want to refer Zoom, then maybe we're not for you. But if you're still here, we think we are. And we'll encourage you to get yourself started today, do a game plan, go through those 4 steps, and let's rock and roll together. Let's take care of clients and let's make some money together. We're going to end now, folks. I appreciate you all. I'm actually going to end this. We'll be back.